So for the falls that you're seeing, still kind of topping the list of more common calls that you're responding to with ambulances, if you could tell me about some of the changes, different equipment that you've been adding over the years as you've been seeing those types of calls come up to both aid the person that you're assisting as well as keeping your personnel safe.
Well, one of the things we've done is we added gait belts first, which is just a belt that wraps around a person. Actually, you see it a lot of times in some of your assisted living facilities, just to help people lift up. We've went from that, using those in the last year or so, to adding what's called now a bender lift. It's a great big tarp with multiple handles that actually kind of seat belts together around and wraps the person. Again, allows us to lift a larger person or even a smaller person just so much more safely than in the past. Again, one of the things we want to do is prevent some of the injuries to ourselves. Sometimes we pick up people in very difficult situations. They're between the wall and their bed or the toilet and the tub. Traditional lifting techniques don't always apply. That sometimes they're a little easier out than say in the park setting. We've also, in 2006, we added tracks to our stair chairs at that time, so that rather than having to carry people up and down the stairs in a stair chair, we could actually roll them or slide them on a tracking system. And if the 2018 budget goes through, or I should say the 2019 budget, we actually are looking at doing a powered version of that now, just again, further safety for our personnel. We've also added different tarps over the years from a much smaller tarp that we could lift somebody and carry them to a much larger one where we could carry the patient from head to toe. So again, one of the things we want to watch for is to prevent some of our own injuries.
Okay, and you had talked about, so along with this, just seeing an increase in falls, knowing the aging population that Dubuque has, if they're staying at home more, what are some, just public education efforts that you're trying to do to make sure people are just trying to prevent as much as they can?
Well, we're working on doing more community risk reduction. So in the fall category, we might want to look at, or people can look at in their own homes right now, are do they have extension cords that they could, for trip hazards, or throw rugs that can move when you step on them, or they can bunch up and again become a trip hazard. Safety rails, for stairways. Sometimes it's even rails in the tub to help prevent some of the possibilities of a fall. And I would also say watching your sidewalks. Again, it's the icy time of year. Are we putting salt on? Are we clearing the snow? But also, do we have cracks in our sidewalk that could become a trip hazard as well?